welcome. I'm here with Matt Dunn with ePlan Advisors, and today we're talking about the 5 keys of a successful retirement. The first one really being shifting your mindset and your perspective. Tell me about that.
There's a couple things to that. Number one is it's not just about the money. You've got to, through our practice, we've seen it for a long time. It's a big jump for people to retire, and we always counsel people, hey, listen, you better make sure you have something to do, something to keep you busy, something to keep you in the game, I like to call it. Mm-hmm. That's number one, because it's a really different situation. You're going to be 20, 30 years, you've worked your whole life. I mean, it's an emotional thing for a lot of people. But then when you get to the financial planning, there's some specific criteria you want to pay attention to that are different from when I was in accumulation, when I was working all those years. And it really has, this fancy word for it is decumulation. Right. But now I need a spending plan. I need a strategy to spend my money and make sure it lasts as long as I do. And, you know, that's the key to retirement planning, and that's what we do at, ePlan Advisors. We focus strictly on that.
Right. So how do you transition from accumulation to distribution?
Well, we like to have written plans. So we like to use math. And when I say use math, we do a lot of analysis with our clients on the financial side. And when we get to a point where we're going to make a recommendation, as a fiduciary, we have to make sure that we put them in a better position. So I can say to a client, hey, I think this is better for you, or it's my opinion, but we're looking for more than that. So what we like to do is run analysis, and we use math, we use success scores, we use Monte Carlo simulations. So when we make a recommendation, it's objectively putting someone in a better position. And that's the goal every time we move. So sometimes we can't. Sometimes people are all set because they have certain situations. They might have a pension, they have Social Security, they have their income covered. But a lot of people don't. And so what we want to do is put together an income plan that gives them the best chance for success. And we have math and science behind that. And that's the best what we can do, and that's what we try to do, because that gives people that peace of mind that we're all looking for.
Right, and you only get one shot at your retirement. You want to get it right. So what would you say to someone who might be, afraid to come in and talk to someone like you?
Well, again, we're not there to sell anything. I mean, we believe that the plan will dictate where someone should invest, not the other way around. So as an independent, I'm agnostic to the tools that someone will use in retirement. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is there a strategy? Is there a plan? And it doesn't have to be that complicated. In fact, for a lot of people, it's simple. Sometimes just moving things around a little bit gives me more chance of success, gives me better peace of mind, gives me income that I can pretty much rely on. I want reliable, predictable income that will go up over time, and if I can do that, great. But we start with the plan, and then we talk about investments and different types of tools we can use, because there's not one size fits all, and that's the real thing. So, coming into us, we're not, we never do business with anyone on our first meeting or a second meeting. We take our time to plan out. But the real thing is, I think that differentiates us is if we get to the point where we're going to make a recommendation, we can back it up. Now, whether or not someone's going to execute on that or not, that's up to them. But I won't make a recommendation, and my team won't make a recommendation unless we have something behind it that will say, okay, we're making this recommendation. We think that it's making better for you, and we think that you should execute it, and if they do, great, they're a client.
How often does someone sit down with you and they already have it all figured out?
Very rarely. They don't have it figured out, but sometimes people will come in, and less and less now, they'll have their income. They happen to have a pension, they might have Social Security, and they have that covered. And they don't have any concerns about risk. They don't have, they just don't have any concerns. We're not here to tell people what their concerns should be. We'll point things out. I mean, a lot of people are not all set when it comes to long-term care, health care, and legal and all that other stuff. So we offer all that, but it's rare that we can't do anything to help someone.
Well, thank you so much. It all starts with a conversation, folks. If you want to know more, contact Matt and his team today.